Hello everybody. Scusi, non parlare italiano. That's only 3 words in Italian. And thank you very much to be here. Thank you, Franco Fussi, to invite me to bring some special, if you have some picture, special art, Alps art to this country. So I hope it will work. Okay. I like to familiar you a little bit. Sound. I need sound. Sorry, it's a little bit. Okay. I didn't look here. Or you take here. Yeah. Try it. Here.
Occhio che arriva.
No.
Adesso ti arriva sicuro.
It works. So first, yes. A little welcome yodeling from Salzburg. You see here is Salzburg town, from the roof of the Salzburg Festival. That's 2 yodelers in our country, that our castle in Salzburg. We heard before, there's some overlapping in our presentations about Swiss yodeling, and that's my literature I used very much from Miller and Echternach, Richter, and from Mainz. That helps me a lot to find here. What is yodeling? It is like a homemade Morse code for people in the mountains. We heard it before. That is a sound, that is a signal from one hill to the next. To speak about the weather, if there are some clouds are coming about the hills, the yodeling was sending the information to the next hills. That's what the Morse code before of the handys comes. It is a prelingual vowel probably developed 10,000 years before. You heard it. It is a special kind of performance in traditional music which consists of change in pitch produced in all vocal registers. It is a sustained phonation in nonsensical combination of vowels and consonants. And it is a change accompanied by register change, and the register coincidence have a very large intervallic leaps. I will explain you what leaps mean. Now, before that is not yodeling, that is very artistic driller. That is shouting voice, the highest point of the chest voice. It's not yodeling. The power is very high of the artistic shouters. And we heard before something about Johnny Weissmuller. That is a sort of yodeling in the jungle. What is the goal of my presentation? First, we heard from Mrs. Henriks a little bit about the experiment with the vibrato larynx. What is the leap? How to yodel? The vocal tract configuration, anatomic background of yodeling, acoustic signal of yodeling. That is the way I like to go today. there is a very, very important research from Jan Willem van Berg in Holland, in Dutch, who used excised larynges, bended it with silk to the muscles, gave at the larynx, at the trachea, some wind machines, and he was simulating that. Look to that. Both vocal folds are moves, and then be carefully, there came a point of break. You hear.
Now we go back down.
And you see the communication between the vocal muscle, thyroid muscle, and the cricothyroid muscle. The two brothers who like to produce a very stable communication, but yodeling is a very unstable communication of both of them. Sometimes wins the vocal fold, and sometimes the next step wins the cricothyroid muscle. What is the leap? You will hear some yodeling sounds here to familiar your ear to that. According to Ingo Dietze, one of my friends, the question is, what causes this register change and why do they occur at specific fundamental frequencies? Why is that? For example, why is a major involuntary transition is found coincidentally in the region of 300 Hertz to 550 Hertz for both males and females. That is a nature constant, a biological constant of all manhoods. This region is called prima passaggio for females and secondo passaggio for males. These two passages shows one phenomenon, to break into or out of the model register. This occurs between T4 and F4. This break can be accentuated in the yodeling style. Dietze formulated two hypotheses. One may be the subtotal resonance. The subtotal resonance inhibits and facilitates the vocal folds vibration at specific frequencies. Or the maximum active thyroarytenoid stress, the thyroid muscle stress reaches a physiologic limit which forces a disengagement of the thyroid muscle for higher fundamental frequencies. Miller and Svets and Schutte has done to explore that leap interval, and there's a major involuntary transition found consistently in the region of 300 Hertz and 350 Hertz. That is the experiment of the larynx before. This region is called prima passaggio. If you look to the example 3 of the former study, then you see here the leap from bottom to above. How to yodel? We have heard it before, the former speakers. It is a sudden alteration of vocal register from low-pitched chest voice to high falsetto at A, O, O for chest, and hey, 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 hereditary in the upper register. There are consonants used as levers to launch the dramatic leap from low to high. Here is an example of a yodeling music from a village nearby of mine village. It is the Hendorfer yodeling. Now we came to the questions, what vocal tract configuration will exist there? There are very good research from Echternach and Richter from the Freiburg Music Medicine Institute. There are measurements. They measure the vocal A for low pitch and vocal U for upper pitch. And they measure the distance between lips, jaw opening, between spina, tongue, dorsum, upper and lower edge of the mandibular, hard palate, and so on. And they measure the movement. The widening, the lip opening for lower pitch at the vowel O, and reduced it for upper pitch at the vowel U. The lip opening is an autonomous articulator for yodeling. The lip opening is very important. For the upper pitch, the yodels combine a great variation of lip opening with constant jaw opening and elevation of the tongue dorsum. Oh, sorry, I like to show you that. Wonderful. You see here example of movement of the lips as a very important articulator for yodeling. Let's look to your vocal tract configuration in the inside of a magnetic resonance machine. And let's compare the singing voice from an altus. He's singing Erbarme dich in German. Look to the larynx in a very stable position. That is the singing mode showed by magnetic resonance studies. Look on the right side, there is yodeling. Much movement of the larynx. And there are 5 ingredients for all voices, for all singers, for all speakers of the very important background of voicing. According to my friend Ingo Dietze, he said, we need a wide cricoid space. We need a thick mucosa with an optimal fiber liquor concentration. We need symmetry between the left and right vocal fold. We need a strong cricoid and thyroadenate muscles. And we need the ability to activate the adjacent muscle selectively. And the both of them are very important for yodeling, like our Swiss yodeler. When you look to the literature of former research, the Swiss ENT doctor Luxinger has found at stroboscopic the vocal fold at all phases of vibration has a small open glottis. Only the vocal fold margin is vibrating. The ventricle are wide open, the false vocal fold are lateral. And he means the vocal fold are blown like a labial pipe of an ocarina. And at yodeling, they are, like all singers, the costo-abdominal breathing prevails, like here. And many thanks again to the group of Echternach and Richter for that film. Now, the artistic yodeling on the left side. Female yodeling on the left side. And now we come to the next study. They have study of Swiss yodelers, trained yodelers compared to untrained, to singers and untrained singers. And they were measuring the pitch constantly, and they saw that the yodeler can reach the upper pitch much more precisely than the classical singers. And they say the pitch transition is very coordinated, much better than the classical singers. You see here that is the yodeler, and there's the classic singer, and a classic singer and a non-singer. And they make a pitch transition faster than professional singers. That is a very wonderful ability. And they are faster and quicker like the others. Like that. Okay. When you look to the acoustic signal of yodeling, the picture here shows, again, that is yodel, that are untrained. The yodels have a very low perturbation values, such as jitter and rap. And the yodelers have a highly coordinated of the phonation. You see here, the yodelers, see the next picture. Now, I'd like to familiar you with a case of a female yodeler with problems. A semi-professional soprano, 42 years old, singing in an Alpine folk music group, is a female yodeler. She came to me just a week before premiere of the very well-known Christmas concerts in Salzburg. She came in with gradual singing voice problems with restricted upper voice range. She was casted in an Advent music show, and the premiere is in 1 week. And there were no recasting alternative, and the diagnosis was soft vocal fold polyp on the right side. Here, can hear she sing, it's very soft. What I can see, she is losing the piano ability. Very much of the piano, not the range is okay, but the piano ability. And fine yodeling means you have to able to fine singing, piano singing, to switch from mezzo forte to piano. And she was not able to do that. She was asking me what to do. That is her. On the right side, you see polyp. That was the reason of her problems in the upper range. What to do? She asked me, what should I do? We have nobody who replaces me. And I asked her, what sort of music you have to sing at the show. And I have done with her a measurement named like decitorogram. So I looked if that sound, more forte, not piano, is within her ability of singing, of the vocal fold range. And that was. So my advice was, sing not piano, mezzo voce. The auditorium will not know some difference between mezzo voce and piano, and the show goes on. And after voice therapy, this swelling almost disappeared. There was no phonosurgery necessary, and she was able to sing very, very good. Let's come to the conclusion. The jodel, not unlike other vocals, is wrapped up in a tangle of emotion, awe, joy, fear. The precise location of inspiration or activation may vary, but it does often return to somewhere between voice box and brain box. The voice expresses with sound attached to it, like a mantra, scat, and amazing lyric, can have a noticeable mind-altering effect. The voice breath can metaphysically transport us from one state to another. It also has physical effects, the welling up in the chest, the butterflies in the stomach. Let's end with that music. This is a well-known mystical song from the people living in the Alps about the wonder of the birth of Christ. Now we should sing that together. Here are the music, you have the larynx and the voices, and now begin. Yo, yo, ri, ri. Yo. Wonderful, thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. I'd like to invite you to our 12th symposium in Salzburg, Brain and Voice. Come and enjoy Salzburg. Come to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.